Hello and welcome to Devotion to Writing, a channel devoted to helping you cultivate a daily writing practice and realize you are creative abundance. Devotion is not going to shatter your ordinary life. In fact, it is going to bring the extraordinary to the ordinary of your life. Your writing devotion, or whatever it is you devote yourself to, is going to bring such miracles and magic to your life every day. The mundane life is going to be enlivened. I love that word, enlivened. It's a word that a student said the other day in class. In a class I was teaching, she was talking about her own devoted practice and how it's been developing over the last couple of months, and that the consistency of the writing has enlivened her. She feels enlivened. She feels that the writing is enlivened. And she went on to say that when she wasn't writing devotedly, when she wasn't consistent in her writing practice, that she often felt like she didn't have much to write about and she didn't have much to say. But as she devoted herself to writing and was writing every day, she discovered that what she has to say is inexhaustible. And that I couldn't have been happier to hear that, because it is something that I experienced in my own devoted practice from, I wouldn't say the beginning, but within the first few weeks of starting my practice, which has now been, something, a writing practice I've had now for 13 years, I think, going back to 2012 or 2013. That this sense of the more we write, the more we have to write about, the more we have that we get excited about, the more easily we are inspired, the more readily we pay attention to our ideas, that they spark us, and that we can't wait to be with them in more detail and to spend more time with them and to see where they're going to lead us. This is part of the excitement, part of the revelation of devotion. I'm cracking up because I have a saw going here in the distance, and there are bees buzzing around the porch here and fighting, birds chirping. It's a beautiful day where I am, but I hope it's not going to detract from this video, from this talk about enlivening, and bringing the devotion, bringing the extraordinary to our ordinary lives. It's not going to shatter our ordinary life. It is going to bring the extraordinary to it, as I mentioned. So there is something in this dailiness, in the practice, in the sitting and being with ourselves, that we find that, and certainly my experience, and relating the experience of the student in the class the other night, that when we write, we feel like we have said everything we're going to say, that we've just poured everything out onto the page, and then the next time we come to the page, there's more. It's full again, and that is the abundance that I'm also speaking of. That what devotion does is brings us to the creative abundance we are. It reminds us through our own action, we are reminded that we are abundant. We cannot be emptied of ideas, of images, of stories. We just have to begin to pay attention to them, to exercise them, to give them a form of our writing, to give them an expression, and more then can flow in to be expressed. And we just become this conduit for that, or a turnstile, or however you want to look at it, that we're just bringing in information and we're putting it out on the page as a story or a poem or a song, whatever it is that we're expressing, however we need to express it. So we are being enlivened through our devotion. So the idea is just to make this vow with yourself that you are going to write every day. And I find it easier, it has been easier for me, not to try to shoehorn the writing time, shoehorn the writing in to a time of day or to any random time, especially to kick it down the road and make it the least priority, but to make it the most prioritized thing and say, I have a time of day that I write, and that is 7 o'clock, or it is midnight, or it is 3 in the afternoon, whatever it is, and make that your unassailable sacred writing time when you show up to the page and you get to work. Whatever comes, whatever needs to be said, whatever ideas are churning in you, whatever stories are churning in you, and even if nothing is churning, or you feel that nothing is churning, you sit and you get yourself present, make yourself be present for whatever time you can allot to it, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. The time really isn't, as I've said in other videos, is not critical how much time you spend, but that you do spend time. And when you are with the page, when you're with yourself and with the writing, to bring your undivided attention to that place, not checking your emails, not looking at your phone, not scrolling your social media, but really committing yourself and your attention to the page, to the work at hand. And again, if nothing is churning, if nothing is coming, then sit in silence. Then be in that silence, be still for the 5 minutes or the 15 minutes. Something will come. I guarantee you something is going to come if you just sit and give it time to come, and then commit yourself to surrendering to whatever it is and to write it. And just write it down. It doesn't have to be earth-shattering. It doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't even have to be a poem or a story. It could just be a list. So you'll get into the habit. This is developing your habit. So make a vow to yourself to get into your writing. You have no idea, says Theresa of Avila, you have no idea how near to you heaven is. And I say that about when we are devoted. We have no idea how near the divine, the inspiration, that which enlivens us, this thing that wants to speak through us. We have no idea how near it is until we devote ourselves to looking for it, to being with it, to being with our creativity, to being with our writing, with our stories, with our poems. So, what to do for a writing prompt today? It's such a beautiful day. I would say for a prompt, sit, make this vow to write. I would say write down for yourself one thing. This isn't the prompt, but write down for yourself on a piece of paper in some place you're going to see it. I'm going to write every day at, and you fill in the time of day. And try to commit to doing that for a week. Make that time unassailable, as I said, the same time every day for a week, and see where that takes your practice. So for a writing prompt today, what is my biggest writing dream? What is my biggest writing dream? See where that takes you. Thank you for watching. I feel like it's such an honor that I get to make these videos and have you as an audience. So thank you. It means so much to me. I love helping people cultivate a daily writing practice. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this, please subscribe, share it with a friend who could use it, who needs some help cultivating a daily writing practice. And please visit devotiontowriting.com. That's my website where you can find out about the workshops, retreats, and that I lead, and also other ways that devotion to writing can help you cultivate a daily writing practice. I hope you write deeply today. I know that if you do write, you will write beautifully, because beautiful is what you are. Blessings.